in the Vanarama National League this past midweek, and of course looking forward to the next round of matches, but can of course the leaders extend their lead at the top? We'll take a little look next. Prediction video today. We look forward to match day number, I think it's 32, that's right, over the Vanarama National League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe to take all things National League related, Blabbing related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one roof. Bit of a gap opening up at the top of the table with Stockport County running away with it at the moment with 6 points clear over the nearest and dearest. That is, of course, Chesterfield. But, of course, don't ride off Boreham. They've got 3 games in hand, of course, on Stockport. Of course, can they catch up with them this weekend? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the Patreons, guys. Thank you very much, of course, behind the scenes. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, we'll jump in the deep end into the old vortex and, of course, have a little look at how we all got on last evening, then, shall we? Of course, past midweek, full fixture list, pretty much. Might have been a postponement in all this. But anyway, Aldershot against over, 0-0 draw in the end. Like I said, draws galore here. Draws bloody galore. Dagenham Redbridge against Woking was a draw as well. Eastleigh, Southend, draw. Barnet against Kings Lynn, draw as well. Chesterfield did lose to Deadpool FC. They're up the move, up to 5th in the table. And they've also got a couple of games in hand on the, at least that game in hand on Stockport as well. Weymouth picked up a 2-2 draw against Bromley. There's another one. Postponement between Grimsby and Altrincham. We'll do that again. Maidenhead against Yeovil. Yes, another draw there. Notts County, Halifax down. That's a draw. Kicking it forward, Solihull Moors with a 2-1 win over Wealdstone. And Torquay United did pick up a draw against Boreham Bloody Wood. What did I get? I got a couple of draws in there. Yeah, not really. Not about 3 maybe, if I'm lucky. So let's take a look at, of course, the leaderboard. Or when I say the leaderboard, I mean the league table. Stockbrook County lead the charge. In fact, let's make that a little bit cheeky, a little bit bigger then, shall we? Saucy. Let's make that a little bit, because I can't barely read that. Okay, there you have it. Stockport County lead the charge on that badger, like I said. Not like I said, but like I said. 6 points clear, of course, of Chesterfield in second spot with Bournemouth in third. Solihull Moors, Wrexham, Halifax Town and Bromley. They will make up the playoffs. Of course, with Notts County missing out again. Where's Southend? Southend up to 12th. Down the foot of the table is Dover Athletic going down. Kingsland and Weymouth, all 3 at the moment going down. Altrincham Maidenhead, not out of the woods just yet. Of course, that's state of play there. Of course, let's take a look at our own little mini leaderboard then, shall we? The prediction league. Of course, only a handful of select individuals. The key folks here are making picks here. Of course, with Deep the Great and James BCFC are great, running away with their 5 bins for them. And of course, big shout out to the patrons as well. Let's take a look at, of course, the mini leaderboard for this is the back end of the season now. Of course, and Deep the Great has got 46 points so far. He's doing A-OK. And of course, next time you see me wearing this hat, of course, you'll have the Predictor of the Month award. Of course, bring you back up to date with the Master leaderboard, all that kind of stuff. So that's, of course, just around the corner over in the Vanarama National League. If you want to get involved, cut the 4-shaft non-league, free to enter, get in amongst it, of course, and we'll see you double bubble, of course, next time out. So here we go, then kicking off all with the next round of matches. It'll kick it all off with Altrincham up against Dagenham and Redbridge. Of course, this will all take place this weekend. Is the final game or final days of the weekend, of course, the 26th of Feb. These two sides have played each other 7 times since 2005. 3 wins for Altrincham, 4 wins for Dagenham, and 0 draws. Just 1 win and 6 of Altrincham right now. 25% form up against the Dagenham side, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around in Dagenham, scrap that, in Altrincham was a 1-0 win for Dagenham. Of course, that was back in March 2021. That was, of course, around about this time last season. The reverse fixture in Dagenham back in October was a 3-2 win for Altrincham. Altrincham coming to us on the back of a 2-0 loss against Boreham. That was, of course, back on the 15th of Feb. Meanwhile, Dagenham coming to us on the back of a 2-2 draw against Woking. I've got basic odds on this one. The basic odds are going with the visitors on this one, so Dagenham and Redbridge to win. But I've gone with the draw, 1-1 in the end for me on this one. Not for Mina, but for me on this one. Kick it off forward, it'll be Boreham up against Eastleigh. Of course, locking on also on the 26th of February. Now, these two sides have played each other 22 times since 2010, 7 wins for Boreham, 9 wins for Eastleigh, and 6 draws. Of course, just around the corner, Boreham got that FA Cup match up against Everton to look forward to against Frank Lampard's boys. But anyway, coming at you, Boreham just 1 win and 4 for them for right now, 58% form up against the Eastleigh side, who haven't won in the last 10 games. Goodness gracious me, 25% form over the last 6. Last time around, though, in Boreham, it was a 2-0 win for Boreham. That was in the FA Cup this season back in November. It was a 2-0 win back in the day. But last time played in the league at Boreham, it was a 2-1 win for Eastleigh back in January 2021. Reverse fixture back in October was a 1-1 draw as well. So Boreham Wood haven't beaten Eastleigh in the league in the last 6 occasions. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Meanwhile, Boreham Wood coming to us on the back of a 0-0 draw against Torquay, and of course Eastleigh picked up a 1-1 draw against Southend. The odds though go in favour of Boreham Wood. They are 100% favourites on this one. Back the boys on this one, but will they be distracted? I don't know. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win in the end for Boreham Wood. Kicking off forward, it'll be Dover Athletic. Of course, probably they're already down. We are already have come to that conclusion. Up against Grimsby, who want to get themselves back into playoff reckoning. Now these two sides have played each other 5 times in 2014. Nothing for Dover, of course, 3 for Grimsby and 2 draws. Just 1 6 for Dover right now. 25% form. Up against the Grimsby side, who come to us unbeaten in the last 4 games, pick up 3 wins and a draw to boot. Last time around, though, over in Dover, it was a draw back in, of course, April 2016. The reverse fixture in Grimsby, back in Grimsby, in October, was a 6-0 win way back when. Meanwhile, Dover coming into this on the back of an away draw against Aldershot. Meanwhile, Grimsby pick up a 3-1 win over Aldershot. That was, of course, back in the 12th of Feb. Then played for nearly 2 weeks, so it might be a bit rusty on this one. The odds, though, go in favour overwhelmingly for Grimsby on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win myself, just enough to get over the line and just enough to get the 3 points in the end. Kicking on forward, it will be Woking. They'll be taking on Notts County in Woking again on the 26th of February. Now these two sides have played 6 times in 2004. 4 was the Notts County, 1 win for Woking and 1 draw. Of course, Woking though haven't won the last 6 games. Meanwhile, Notts County come to this unbeaten in the last 4, pick up 3 wins and a draw to boot. That's 58% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around though in Woking it was a 4-2 win for Notts County back in April 2021. The reverse fixture though this season was a 4-1 win for Woking in Notts County way back in October. Woking though coming to this on the back of a draw against Dagenham. Of course, Notts County pick up a draw also against Halifax Town last time around. Of course, the odds go in favour of Notts County, but only just slight odds on this one. I'm going to go with them anyway with a 1-0 win over the line for Notts County to maybe get themselves back in the playoff ranking as well. Kicking it forward to be Halifax Town, of course, up against Barnet. That's right, coming at you on the 26th of Feb as well. Now these two sides have played each other 16 times in 2003, 5 wins for Halifax, 7 wins for Barnet and 4 draws. Just 1 win and 5 though for Halifax right now, 42% form. Up against the Barnet side, just 1 win and 6, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around though in Halifax it was a 5-2 win for Halifax way back in December 2020. The reverse fixture though back in Barnet was a 0-0 draw back in October. Halifax though did draw with Notts County last round on the road. Barnet pick up a 0-0 draw against Kings Lynn last round. Haven't won in a long time. It looks like at least 4 games. Kicking on forward though, the odds go in favour of Halifax down. The only actually quite heavily favourites on this one. Barnet are your massive underdogs. Going to go with the 2-0 win for the hosts on this one to keep their dream alive. Kicking on forward will be Kings Lynn up against Maidenhead. That's a schedule also for the 26th of February. These two sides have played each other 3 times since 2022 wins for Kings Lynn, nothing for Maidenhead and 1 draw. Just 1 win and 6 though for Kings Lynn right now, 33% form. Up against a Maidenhead side unbeaten, well actually just 1 defeat past 6 for them, unbeaten in the last 4, 58% form for Maidenhead. Kicking at you though around, kicking at you now, that sounds like a player. I can't remember the name. Cooking at you now. Anyway, kicking on forward. Kings Lynn did draw with Maidenhead last time round over in Kings Lynn. That was back in May 2021. The reverse fixture in Maidenhead this season, back in October, was a 3-2 win for Kings Lynn. So Kings Lynn unbeaten against Maidenhead over the last 3 occasions. Kicking on forward though, Kings Lynn with a 0-0 draw against Barnet. Maidenhead pick up a draw against Yeovil. The odds on this one quite tight, and the bookies Maidenhead only slightly on this one. Going to go with a 0-0 draw for them on this one. Kicking it forward, Southend up against Solihull Moors, probably the game of the day over in the National League on this one. Over at Roots Hall's quite tight on the bookies, but of course they play each other. This the second time. Of course, the first time was a win for Solihull Moors. That was, of course, way back in, of course, October this season. Of course, coming into this one, Southend unbeaten in the last 7 games, picking up 4 wins in the past 5, 83% form up against Solihull Moors side, who have actually won 5 of the last 6, 92% form as well. So 2 red hot forms up against each other. Southend pick up a draw against Eastleigh. Solihull Moors pick up a win over Wealdstone last round. Tight on the odds on this one, go in favour of Southend over at Roots Hall. That's the bookies. I'm going to go with the win for them as well. 3-2 in the end. Only a fine margin separate the two sides on this one. Kicking off forward to be Stockbrook County, the leaders at the moment, up against Weymouth over in Stockport again on the 26th of February. Now these two sides have played each other. According to my eyes, computer is stuttering on this one, but it is 3 times since 2022 wins for Weymouth, 1 win for Stockport and 0 draws. Stockport coming to this 5 wins in the past 6, 92% form, and they haven't lost in the last 14 games. Up against the Weymouth side, who have just won once in the past 6, 42% form for them at the moment. However, just 1 defeat past 5 if you want to look at it a different way. A lot of draws knocking around though there for Weymouth. Of course, Weymouth did beat Stockport last round in Stockport back in October 2020, and the reverse fixture in Weymouth back in October this season was a 2-1 win for Stockport as well. Stockport picking up a 1 win over Woking. Of course, Weymouth picking up a a 2-2 draw against Bromley. The odds are going to favour comfortably in for Stockport, and of course Weymouth are massively unfancy. 2-0 win in the end for Stockport County on this to take it to the house. Into the final stretches now. We've got Wealdstone up against Torquay United. Of course, on this one, again on the same day, 26th of Feb. Play each other according to my eyes 5 times, 2018, nothing for Wealdstone, 4 for Torquay, and 1 draw. Meanwhile, Wealdstone come to this and 42% form for them at the moment, just 2 wins in the past 6 games. Meanwhile, Torquay just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around though, at Wealdstone was a 2-1 win for Torquay. That was back in December 2020. The reverse fixture though, back in Torquay this season in October, was a 5-0 win for Torquay as well. Torquay though, pick up a 0-0 draw against Boreham. Of course, Wealdstone did lose to Solihull Moors. And of course, just slightly favoured is Torquay on this one. But of course, I think I'm going to go with them quite comfortably with a 1-0 win in the end over Wealdstone. Kicking on forward into the final 2 is Deadpool FC up against Aldershot. Locking horns over in Wales. That's right. Of course, locking horns for the how manyth time? This will be the again, computer is scrambling at 18th time. The previous 17, those 7 wins apiece and 3 draws. Of course, Deadpool FC coming to this on the back of just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form. Up against the Aldershot side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around though, over in Wales, it was a 1-0 win for Wrexham. That was back in November 2020. The reverse fixture in Aldershot back in November was a 5-0 win for Wrexham as well. Wrexham coming to this on the back of a 2-0 win over Chesterfield, and of course Aldershot did lose to Grimsby. Red hot favourites is your Deadpool FC. Of course, they're going to take the win. 3-0 win for them in the end. Into the final one we got now is Yeovil up against Chesterfield. I believe this match has already been played. It might be the. Let me have a look at this one. I'm struggling to see Chesterfield against Yeovil. It's the reverse fixture, so I've just flipped them suckers around. So we're gonna hopefully do that right now. Hang on a second. So yeah, give me a minute. So it's Chesterfield, they're going to be locking horns up against Yeovil, not the other way around. It all matters, guys. It all bloody matters. So of course these two sides have played each other 14 times 2005, 6 wins for Chesterfield, 5 wins for Yeovil, and 3 draws. Again, taking place on the 26th of February. Chesterfield coming to this without a win in 4 now, 50% form for them right now. Up against a Yeovil side, also 50% form, just 1 defeat past 6, drawing 4 out of the last 5. Coming at you, last time out at Chesterfield, it was a 3-0 win for Chesterfield back in March 2021. The reverse fixture in Yeovil was of course a 2-0 win for Chesterfield as well. Chesterfield winning 3 in the bounce and haven't conceded a goal against Yeovil in those last 3. Chesterfield, however, did lose to Wrexham last time around. Of course, Yeovil picked up a draw as well. The odds though go in favour of Chesterfield on this one. I've gone with a 2-1 win as well for Chesterfield, even though I thought it was going to be away. I still think they'll win this one quite comfortably in the end. And that, my friends, is just about what I got for you. Be sure to get your own predictions in Cutley/4 non-league. And if you are a non-league football expert and want to get into content creation, we are expanding the Blackburn Overseas Avengers. Of course, we've been bringing them on over the past couple of weeks now, and we're still trying to bring in some new faces. You might see some over the next few days anyway across the leagues. But if you want to be a non-league football expert right here at Blackburn Overseas, let me know down below. Better still, follow me on Twitter, direct message me that way, and of course you could be in the hot seat, of course, sometime in the future. But until then, guys, we're done for now. I'll see you then. Of course, we'll be back next week with, of course, a quick complete roundup of the prediction league. But until then, we're done here.